This is the Washington Times front page for Wednesday, October 27th, 2021. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. A key Food and Drug Administration advisory panel is recommending the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine for emergency use in children ages 5 to 11. Advisors to the Food and Drug Administration voted 17-0 with one abstention in support of the vaccines, our Tom Howe reports, after questioning Pfizer about its data and hearing an earful from skeptics who said greenlighting the vaccine would usher in school mandates and take away parental choice. In the end, the panel said they were confident the vaccine's benefit against health problems and societal disruptions from COVID-19 outweighed the risks of severe side effects. The move sets the stage for shots to become available to 28 million American children by early November. On Capitol Hill, Senate Democrats' latest proposed tax on billionaires, which opponents warn would decimate the stock market and stunt entrepreneurship, is facing criticism from fellow Democrats. Some of that opposition comes from lawmakers such as House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Richard Neal. Our Dave Boyer reports Neal said implementing a tax increase on billionaires' unrealized gains in stocks and other assets will be a challenge. And House Budget Committee Chairman John Yarmuth said he is concerned the plan wouldn't generate consistent annual revenue like an income tax increase on marginal rates. Senate Finance Committee Chairman Ron Wyden introduced the fine print of the proposal, calling for taxing the liquid assets of roughly 700 American billionaires. The tax would apply solely to people with at least $1 billion in assets or $100 million in income for 3 straight years. A little more than a year after George Floyd's death at the hands of Minneapolis police sparked calls to defund law enforcement as a step toward racial justice, Democrats, including some black voters, have soured on the idea. Carrie Murakami reports in Seattle and Minneapolis, 2 of the nation's most democratic cities, polls show voters rejecting candidates and ballot questions in favor of defunding police departments. Pacific Northwest polling firm Elway Research found that a majority in Seattle, 54%, want the city to hire more officers, while 38% advocated shifting money away from the police budget to fund ways to address root causes of crime, such as investing in mental health services. Among people of color, 57% wanted more cops and 35% wanted to shift money away from the police. In Minneapolis, a recent poll by multiple news outlets, including the Minneapolis Star-Tribune, found the black voters opposed a ballot measure reconfiguring the police department by a margin of 47% to 42%. A reminder that you can find all these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. Don't have access to the Times yet? Visit WashingtonTimes.com/George and get 25% off your annual subscription. The Virginia gubernatorial race is entering its final stretch, with both candidates sticking to their traditional guns to entice voters to their side. Looking to coax undecided voters off the sidelines, Mika Sellner and Seth McLaughlin report Republican nominee Glenn Youngkin is barnstorming Virginia with a traditional conservative message anchored around kitchen table issues like abolishing Virginia's grocery tax. Youngkin's challenge has been to thread the needle between wooing Donald Trump supporters while winning over those turned off by his combative politics. On the Democratic side, former governor and current nominee Terry McAuliffe has resorted to using marquee Democratic names to engender support and activate a party that's had turnout issues historically in midterm elections. McAuliffe has had former President Barack Obama and Georgia activist Stacey Abrams visit the Old Dominion to support his candidacy and also hosted a rally Tuesday with President Biden in Arlington. We'll stay in Virginia for our last story, where a Fairfax County Public Schools presentation this summer told social studies teachers that critical race theory is a frame for their work. James Varney reports in the presentation, the theory is listed as one of the community engagement and communications tools teachers should understand in the upcoming school year. Officials in the school system, Virginia's largest, say the theory isn't an official part of the curriculum. Critical race theory is the idea that racism is embedded throughout society and institutions, not just the acts of individuals. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and follow us on all of your favorite podcast platforms just by searching Washington Times. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at WashTimes for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.